Hey guys, J77 back again. I wasn't really going to do another article, but this one caught my attention a bit. It is a local news, but it's the news that caught headway across the country, and I'm going to talk about it. This news is courtesy of Pix11. It is video confirmation as well as the blog itself. But it pretty much said that Barney's, Macy's, and a couple of very important people actually gathered together for a forum meeting, a meeting which ended not much of a solution, but a date in terms of coming up with a plan to prevent these kind of things from happening again. As you all know, Barney's, or well, Macy's, has been in the news, and not in a good way, for their policies on how they stop and frisk people who they believe is stealing from them. As a result, we have a couple of cases and a couple of lawsuits against the two giants. One of them, Jay-Z, who has a partnership with Barney, has been on a lot of hot water lately because despite the people outcry, he will not break partnership with the company, and that doesn't really help much with the fact that his items can average out anywhere from $3 to $1,000 just for one item, and this is something that has people who is really not very happy about, and it's really been hurting the reputation more on Barney's side than on Macy's side. The article here, I'm going to read the article to you right now. It says there are many whole fields that Barney has handled the shop and frisk scandal poorly. As a result of the rollout of Jay-Z's team Christmas shopping season has suffered due to the notoriety of the false arrests from clean purchases at Barney's. Friday night, their CEO Mark Lee is suffering physically after getting his leg slammed in an SUV while he was trying to escape. Question is from a Pix News reporter. Now, this is also on the video. You'll see it, and it either say, yeah, it was an embarrassing moment. It's been that kind of autumn. That's basically what he's basically saying. On Friday, the primary focus on Macy's and Barney's, along with other retailers, was a forum focused on the shop and frisk. The political leaders, as well as civil rights activists, showed up. That was including Reverend Al Sharpton. They showed up at a church on Fifth Avenue with a stern warning to retailers regarding the rash shop and frisk cases. We want to see some real answers and some real plans. There is no way we just want to see people continuing to disrespect and disregard people and disgrace people. Disregard people, and at the same time make profit. And that's actually the case. This has been the major issue. Perfect example. One of the victims, he had a credit card. It was a legit credit card or debit card. The retailer, the people who were responsible for the transaction, rightfully so, asked for ID. Now, once they asked for ID, the person replied and showed them ID. The ID was shown, the card went through, no problem, everything was good, receipt in hand, and that should have been the end of it. But somehow it wasn't, and it ends up having this kid who wore a belt having a confrontation with one of the undercover police officers who just so happens to be in the neighborhood, and was called saying that they was report that the card was fake, that mean that the real deal. This resulted in him being contained, and after they realized the card wasn't done, this resulted in him suing, and also pretty much the whole fiasco has been brought down. This happened twice at Barney's within a few months span, and then Macy's have gotten some very heated situation when they actually a star celebrity was also profiled in that same matter. This is something that is going to continue to be a big case, especially with Jay-Z, who said that he's going to work closely, he's going to make sure that he becomes the voice of reason, all that nice stuff. But the point is, action speaks more loud than words. Let's see what Jay-Z do, especially when people are already criticizing him for a $624 ski mask. $624. Yeah, okay. So it also goes on and says that newly elected controller Scott Springer made it clear to Pix 11 News that this was all business. This is not about dogs and pony show. It's about creating a real dialogue. The article also says here, while the retailers convinced behind was talked behind closed doors throughout the morning, the two biggest victims did not show up for this meeting. In fact, they wasn't even invited. Rob Brown, a college student, Trayvon Christian, were not asked to attend. Neither were their attorneys, and I find it very interesting that they was not asked to attend. Now, I'm not gonna throw like how they did not show up, because keep in mind they're in the middle of a lawsuit, so that could play a very huge role. In fact, I'm pretty sure it has played a big role in them not being invited to that meeting. I mean, the last thing they want that both giants want to see is the people who was actually suing them. So it could also be a conflict of interest between, or a breach of an agreement with what the judge had said. Now, normally absent is JC, but I also explained that he is planning to do his own talking through his own leadership, and take a demanding a seat on the council, specifically convincing in order to move forward accordingly with the rollout of his line. If he is going to take a commanding seat in terms of being more involved with Barney's in terms of the situation, then that's fine. I think that's a positive step in the right direction. Whether or not they'll go for it, and whether or not that will actually ease the situation that led Barney's and Macy's and all the other stores that done this recently in the first place, that's a totally different story altogether. So it all depends. This is this is where this is where I also bugged me out about this. This is what really bothers me about this, and I will be talking about this in a later video, because this is something that really nerves me. Again, Jay-Z's demographics is from not exactly high uppity class people. These people are either struggling to make ends meet. These are young teenagers, and the stuff he's asking for is ridiculous. Like I said, he'd have a ski mask for $695. Really? Really? Okay, whatever. We'll talk about that later. As for Barney and the CEO, Mark Lee reaction to the forum prior to getting his leg crushed by the SUV, it almost didn't happen. Lee almost gave reporters a slip after the forum and taking advantage of Reverend Al Sharpton's appearance before the camera. That's when the reporter actually waited for him in the other side, and actually that's when he started talking. He didn't give much in the video. He said it was just constructive, and that's it, and that's all he has to say about that. But in my opinion here, to me, Barney's is not my shopping area. I have no reason to go over there. I have no reason to spend my money there. And after seeing the prices that some of these guys are asking, and after seeing how they treat people who save their hard-earned money, there's no reason for me to go there. I don't want to go there. I don't want to give my support to that. That's my own little protest toward what's going on. Now, what other people do, if you guys shoot the shop, then that's up to you. But to me, there's a whole lot of stuff going on. They're making it more, they're probably making it more worse than themselves than just simply looking at the situation fully. The bottom line is this: someone called it in. Someone called the police in, and to me, that's the thing that nobody seemed to want to address. Who called it in? You all see these finger pointings. Police are pointing at them. Barney's for making the call. Barney's pointing at them for racial profiling. The fact of the matter is, the police would have been there if someone called it in. I know someone made a comment on a previous video about the Macy's situation, is why police are in the retail stores. Don't you have, well, they have any better thing to do than to be at a retail store? Some of them are police officers who are actually assigned there because of what else is there other than Macy's. Keep in mind, Macy's has their own prison cell. They do. So I don't know if Barney does, but I do know they definitely have their own prison stuff. So, and you ain't gonna have a $5 security guard who making $5-7 an hour to run that prison cell. It's just not gonna happen. But in that situation, yeah, this is something that has been bothering me for some time. That you have a too much comfortable relationship with the police and these corporations, to the point where if somebody calls it in, they ain't gonna hesitate to sweep on in and pretty much react in a way that is not uh, was not within the proper code of police investigation. And that's, to me, what really happened. But the bottom line is, if you want to believe that Barney just so happened to be innocent in the situation, they're wrong. Someone called it in. Someone was looking at this kid, made a phone call, and as a result, this kid got arrested and detained for hours or something he did not do. And that's something I think Barney's have completely ignored. They claim to investigate it, but I don't think they ever did. I don't think they did. I think they've talked to a few people, and that's it. And that's something that I think that it's until they really get into the heart of the problem, this may happen again. The CEO may be back on the spotlight again, and more people may follow suit. The same way these other guys who's been victim of these stores follow suit. So that's until they really look into the issue of who's making these calls, and most importantly, a policy in general. Are they profiling them based on what these kids are wearing, what these retailers are doing, how they approach the counter? They need to look at their policies, because there's no way that this happened twice in a few months span. This is a coincidence. There's just no way. But what do you guys feel about this? I'll leave a link below. You got this video and the article there, so it covers what has been said there. And until then, this is J77 saying take care and be safe.